Ahora, and welcome to this second tutorial on learning the Ælis language. After having presented the alphabet and explained how the writing system works, today we'll have a look at the basic morphology of Ælis, which is just a fancy term to mean word construction. In other words, we'll have a look at how different roots can be joined together in order to form coherent compound words. The system of compounding root words is one of Ælis's most principal features. A first important thing to know is that Ælis has no word classes like most languages we know do. This means that there is no difference between nouns, verbs, adverbs, adjectives, etc. At least, there is no way of recognizing these word types by the form of a root word. Let's have a look at an example. The root word ma is related to the male gender. It can therefore mean man, men, male, manliness, masculine, manly, and so forth. The counterpart of ma, which is ni, functions exactly the same. It can mean woman, female, feminine, women, girl, womanly, and so on. Here's another example. The root word an is related to space and can therefore mean space, place, local, spatial, position, and so forth. A final example, the root word li can mean origin, beginning, to begin, initial, to originate, start, departure, etc. As you can see, these root words convey a broad and general idea rather than being easily translatable to another word in another language, such as English. This makes Ælis very context-sensitive. The way in which different root words can be connected to one another is guided by head directionality, which in Ælis is strictly head initial. What this means is that if a root word is at the beginning of a word, it will have a more independent meaning, not unlike a noun, and if a root word slides towards the end of a compound word, it will become a description of the preceding roots, not unlike an adjective. Let's illustrate this with an example. The root word te means person, people, or human. The word ubira means strength or strong. Ubira by itself is already a compound word, but we'll disregard that for now. When we place te before ubira, then te will come to mean person or people, and ubira will come to mean strong. Therefore, te ubira means strong people or a strong person. Now, if we flip the word order, we'll simultaneously flip the relation of the root words to one another. The humanness of the root word te will become a description of ubira. The combined word ubirate, therefore, means human strength. This idea pervades the entire Ælis language and can now be used to form new words from several roots. An example. Ak is a root word that means length or distance. As is the root word for all things related with time. If we combine the two, we get akas, which means temporal length or distance in time. This then translates to a word that we call period or duration. Another example. An means space or place, and yi is a root word that means target, end, goal, stop, and so forth. Combined, an yi means the target place, or simply finish, destination. Let's switch the root words around and see what happens. If the goal of a process or movement is something that takes up space, then yian means as much as to materialize. Adapting to this thought pattern requires a bit of practice, but the following videos will be sure to help you with that. To conclude this tutorial, let's have a look at some of the most common Ælis roots. Keeping in mind the explanations given so far, these roots can already set you on the right path to creating secondary and compounded vocabulary. Ma, man. Ni, woman. Te, human. In later chapters, we'll still get back to the triad of ma, ni, and te, male, female, human. Two roots that have already made their appearance are the roots for space and time, an and as, respectively. Ka means number, countable, or unit. Ya aima hare bins. My name is Bins. Everything has a beginning and an end. Li, origin, and yi, target. Two root words for cause and effect, ar, the reason, and is, the consequence. Next, a few root words related to the human senses. A, to think. Egg, to speak, such as in Ælis, the Ælis language. N, to see. To hear. And L, to feel. Nae is a root which you can use in many situations. And finally, lis, the very same as in Ælis. Take a short while to look at them again. Right, and that is it for this video. Anay na ora la ay mayawete. See you in the next video.